Here is the work example for calculation interim payment. Given below some example of following data collections from the bills of quantities and site valuation. First table is preliminaries, next is buildings work, and followed by approved variation works, external works, prime cost sums, provisional sum, and materials on site. Based on the information given, find the total value of work done inclusive of preliminaries and materials on site, showing all the calculations of value of work done for building works, value of work done for approved variation works, value of work done for external works, value of work done for prime cost sum works, value of work done for provisional sum works, summary value of work done less preliminaries and materials on site and its percentage, value of preliminaries using pro rata of the value of works executed, value of materials on site, total value of work done inclusive of preliminaries and materials on site. For the calculation of value work done for building works, there will be 5 columns in the table which are 14 items, elements of the 14 items in building works, the amount collected from tender document, the percentage of work done, and lastly is the total. To obtain the total of each item, we must calculate the amount times with percentage of work done. For example, piling and foundation works amount is 630,000 ringgit Malaysia, then percentage work done is 100%, so the total is same like the amount which is 630,000 ringgit Malaysia, as it shows that the piling work is completely done. Calculation value of work done for approved variation works. In example shown on this slide, they have 3 items approved for variation work, which is internal wall partitions, floor finishes, and ceiling finishes. How to obtain the total net for this item? Firstly, the addition value shall minus the omission value. If the addition value is less than omission value, the net value that can be obtained will be negative. Then, the amount of net will be multiplied with percentage work done to get the value done for the element. For example, variation works for internal wall and partitions. The addition value, which is 43,500 ringgit Malaysia, minus with 25,500 ringgit Malaysia equal to 18,000 ringgit Malaysia. Then the amount net will be times with 100% work done and resulting in 18,000 ringgit Malaysia for value done. After calculating all the value done, we must calculate the total of the net and value done to get the total approved variation works. Calculation of work done for external work. We use the same formula in building work, which the amount taken from tender document times with the percentage of work done. For example, for gate and fencing element, 56,600 ringgit Malaysia times with 50% resulting in 28,300 ringgit Malaysia. Calculation of work done for prime cost sum. Prime cost sum is the value work done by the specialist. For this calculation, there will be separation column for nominated subcontractor and main contractor. Let's look at the example given, mechanical and electrical installation. To obtain the amount net, the value in subcontract 2,350,000 ringgit Malaysia will be times with percentage work done 95%, then equal to 2,232,500 ringgit Malaysia and will be inserted in the column nominated subcontractor. For profit and attendance, we'll also using the same formula and the amount will be inserted in the main contractor column. After obtain all the value for prime cost sum, total up the amount in nominated subcontractor and main contractor. To get the omission of negative 61,285 ringgit Malaysia, the total addition will be minus with the total omission. Calculation of work done for provisional sum. The calculation is just same as the previous approved variation work. For example, TNB substation work. The amount net which obtained by the remeasurement amount minus with the BQ amount and will be multiplied with the percentage of work done to get the value done for the TNB substation work. After finish all the calculation of each value, make a table of summary value of work done. Then, by adding all the value of work done from building works to provisional sum works, we will get the total for both amount in bill of quantities and value of work done. To get the percentage of the work done, total value of work done will be divided by total amount in bill of quantities and multiply with 100%. Thus, the percentage of work done to be taken for the calculation of preliminaries is 93%. Value of preliminaries using pro rata of the value of works done executed as the progressive value, which is 151,000 ringgit Malaysia times 93% of value of work executed equal to 140,430 ringgit Malaysia, and the total value of preliminaries will be initial plus with the above 93% of the progressive equal to 285,430 ringgit Malaysia. Here are the examples for calculation material on site. Item number 2 and number 3 mild steel bars and formwork does not include in the total amount as the percentage of work done for frame and upper floor is 100% complete. So, it will be assumed that the material is no longer used. For other items, we must calculate to obtain the amount quantity times with rate. For example, 50 bags of cement times 15 ringgit Malaysia equal to 750 ringgit Malaysia. After obtain all the amount for every materials, the values will be total up to get the subtotal. Then, the subtotal will be minus with 10% of subtotal as stated in clause that need to pay 90% of material on-site value to get the total of material on-site. Then, calculation total value of work done inclusive preliminaries and material on-site. By making a total summary table and listing all the bills, add all the value of work done and materials on-site to obtain the grand total. Lastly, the total value of work done and amount to be paid is 12,970,018.50 ringgit Malaysia. After that, the total will be carried out and filled in the interim payment certificate under value of work done and amount to be paid.